Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor if this is your first time here, and I am a artist and graphic designer. And today we are doing a speed compilation of sorts of my daily graphics of the week. So basically I started a daily project where that I affectionately dubbed Digital Diaries. Digital diary, yes, that's right. And basically, I'm taking whatever, is on my mind, happens to be on my mind that day, or I'm going through, and making a graphic inspired by that, and doing that every day. Now, I'm not doing this anymore. This project didn't even last that long, but I did it for at least a week. So this video is that week. That first graphic you saw, where it looked like the lock screen of an iPhone. That was my first graphic. I thought I recorded it. I swore I did, but I couldn't find the footage. So I just put the first graphic of the day of the week, which was I started on a Tuesday, which was Tuesdays, and I put it up there. Now, this next day's graphic, Floptober. Let me tell you about what was going on my mind that day. Well, more of a sentiment of overall sentiment of what had been on my mind over the past few days or weeks. Sometimes you just take L's, and that's okay. Like, not everything's a win. And I think September, October, I was taking L's. And it's like sometimes though you realize, or you don't realize, like, that's actually a good thing. Sometimes the L's you take are actually really good, and they help you a lot in the long run, even though if it may not seem like that at the time. And I think that's what it was for me, even though I did see the benefit of it at the time. But yeah, so taking October, it was October when I made this and turning it into Floptober. Design wise, I like texture. I like adding like paper texture, wrinkly things, and just like adding things on top of each other, and just messing with it. I think this whole process was of my daily graphics, and what I do for them is just experimentation. Thinking of one thing, one word, one idea, one mood, and then just trying to convey it as best you can in an aesthetically pleasing graphic that will get likes. I guess. And if that's how I'm judging this one didn't really succeed or take the cut. Make the cut, not take the cut. But if that's anyway, yeah. um I don't really have much else to say about this design, so yeah, I will meet you at the next one. I'm gonna let the rest of this design play out, and then I'll meet you at day 2 or day 3. Yeah.
This time we're gonna get funky.
All right, so it's day 3, and we're back at it again with another one. So, to this day's mood was, the phrase I came up with for this graphic, or that I had thought of, was time disappears into tomorrow. And it's basically, what was I listening to? I don't know, but I was listening to like a video or something, or a podcast. I don't know. But from from what I think of this statement, or what my mind was at when I made it, I think they were probably saying something along the lines of, there's no such thing as like tomorrow. You only have today. Like, we say tomorrow, like we're gonna do this tomorrow, but tomorrow is only a what's the word? Tomorrow is only a concept, an idea. It's not an actual thing. You can never actually, whenever you actually experience tomorrow, you're only experiencing today. It's just if this, we're getting meta here. So as when I, the phrase time disappears into tomorrow, I guess maybe I thought this was a lot deeper than it really was, but basically, time passes and it doesn't go anywhere. I don't know if this is making sense. Basically, it's like time is all, like, where time flies, time disappears, like, and it's just hard to get a grasp and a sense of it. Like, what is time? Oh my gosh, this makes no sense. It's just like time flies, and there's no sense of like, it's not like it goes anywhere. It's not like you can find it or source it back to a certain time or place or whatever. It's just all you have is tomorrow, except tomorrow doesn't exist. So I guess this time exists? I don't know, man. It don't make sense to me either. But that's where I was at this day. So obviously time, hourglass, sands of time. That's where this imagery comes from. And just playing with like the vertical, the sand dripping through an hourglass. Let's make the text follow that. Yeah. And it's just playing with different things. I think so. Last year I did a daily poster project, which is basically a lot similar to this. Is I designed a poster every day. It was supposed to be for 100 days. I made it to like 85. Still more consistent than I'd ever been in anything else before. So, so this was like me rehashing that. And so I feel like I didn't think that much going into it. Last year when I did it for the first time, like, I was looking at different tutorials, learning different techniques on how to do things, and I had ideas, and I don't know, it was just like a new thing. And but this year I feel like I didn't go into it with much thought. I just thought I was going to do the same thing as last year, and it'd be fine. But I quickly realized, like, into the first week, that I'm just redoing my techniques from last year. I don't really have any real inspiration here. I'm picking a random thing that's like going on in my mind, but like, I'm not loving what I'm coming out with, and it's not the only reason it's supposed to be a challenge, but the only reason it's a challenge is because I have no direction. So I decided, if I'm going to do something like that, like this, then I need more direction. I need, like, last year my aim was, I'm going to do these daily posters, but I'm still going to be learning, but I'm going to be doing them creating them while practicing new skills and techniques and following tutorials and whatnot. And I haven't been doing that for these. So I decided I needed to find a inspiration, a reason, like, what am I doing this for? Like, what message am I trying to promote? What techniques will I be using? I should be learning something in the process. So I'm currently rehashing that, and I don't know if I'm going to be pulling it back as daily graphics per se or digital diary, but it's just doing something new every day, potentially, is what it could be. I also see that, like, I like the same colors, and I guess that could be good or bad. I feel like for this purpose, like, I should be expanding, exploring, using different colors, using different fonts. A lot of my digital diaries, I was using the same similar fonts, and I wasn't experimenting enough, and the inspiration wasn't there. But yeah, let me know if you ever had this problem. But yeah, so you'll see what this ends up looking like. I think this was one of my more favorite ones. Not that I loved all of them, but I did like this one out of the weeks. But yeah, I'll let this one keep running, and I will see you at tomorrow's graphic. Quick little aspects of, what happens when you lose, like, a band-aid, oh, you're hurt, wrong stamp, or failed, try again, all those little things, tidbits, and just combining them, layering them on top of each other, trying out different layer modes. The fire for the paper, I don't know if it looks like it to you, but me, I was going for like a flame type effect with the blurred and blended paint in the background. I was going for a fire effect, like up in smoke, up in flames. Yeah, and this is what I came up with. So yeah, this is day 2 of my digital diary compilation. Yeah, and I will meet you back for the next day. Okay, so it is the fourth and final day of this compilation, and as you can see, I'm feeling foggy and fatigued. I get like this some days, and I just feel absolutely useless and uninspired, and I don't know, what I'm doing with my life. And that's how I felt this day. So I made the graphic to resemble that. Obviously, I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but fog creating like some smoke out of the liquefy and brush tool just to try and get that just to convey a foggy effect, adding in some noise, some white noise and distortion to also show that just like the static that's going on in my head. um yeah, again, this one ends up being pretty simple too. I feel like I'm using the same fonts, I'm doing the same thing, and yeah, it just gets old after a while. It ends up being pretty simple, honestly, like the overall design. And yeah, that's what I have to say about the thing about screen recording my design process. I don't know if it's conveyed in here, but it slows my computer down so much. Like, you would think I didn't upgrade it to 32 gig RAM, but I digress. Just I use OBS Studio to screen record my screen and then also run Photoshop, and just those two, like, it would take forever for me to even like make one brushstroke, like to change a font. And it was just out of control. And so, and it already, like, if I wasn't feeling motivated and inspired to do this already, that just completely like also demotivated me as well. um if you made it this far and you've ever had that issue as well, let me know. But yeah, so this is the fourth and final one of the week. I did this for about 1 week more, but yeah, it fell off soon after that. And I will tell you, my graphics weren't that far from this either. So I'm probably not gonna post that. And I was gonna do the same things I did with this week's, edit it and post it into a compilation video, but I'm not gonna do that with this one. That one, yeah, I'm not proud of it. So yeah, I'm gonna let the rest of this design ride and meet you at the end.